In order to enforce the OSH Act, OSHA sends unannounced compliance officers to workplaces to conduct inspections. The OSHA inspections contain four main components. The compliance officer first reviews the company's records of death, injuries, and illnesses, then conducts a walk-around tour of the workplace and takes notes about any violations, then interviews employees about the conditions of the workplace, and lastly discusses the workplace with the employer and informs them of any violations and when they must be fixed by. If violations could cause serious injuries or even death, the officer might contact the U.S. District Court and get a restraining order that compels the employer to fix the problem immediately. While employers have the responsibility to follow the OSH Act, it is also the responsibility of the employees to report any hazardous conditions and follow OSHA's safety rules and regulations governing employee behavior. Both OSHA's Hazard Communication Standard and many states' right-to-know laws require employers to keep their employees informed of a health risk that could be caused by exposure to hazardous materials in a factory. A main way to inform employees of hazardous materials is to have material safety data sheets, also known as MSDS, at the workplace. These are forms produced by chemical manufacturers that identify the potential hazards of that chemical. On this slide is an example of an MSDS that could be found at a workplace. Even though the rate of occupational illnesses more than doubled and the rate of injuries rose about 8% between 1985 and 1990, since then the combined rate of injuries and illnesses has steadily declined each year. While the Act helps to regulate working conditions, there's another factor that contributes to workplace injuries, illnesses, and deaths that the OSH Act doesn't help, and that has prevented the rates of injuries and illnesses from decreasing more.